All right, so the next thing I want to talk to you about is taking care of those amazing knives that you bought. Whether it's a $50 knife or a $150 knife, you want to take care of your knife so that it lives the longest, best life possible and serves you as well as it possibly can. And they look so much better. Oh, why don't I do this more? And there are 3 things that you need to think about when taking care of your knives: storing, cleaning, and sharpening. So first is storing. The way that I see most people store their knives is either throwing them in a drawer or putting them in a wooden knife block. And truth be told, neither of those approaches is ideal. My preferred method for storing knives is on a magnetic block. This one's just from IKEA, it's super cheap, and leaving them on the wall. And the reason for that is that they stay sharper longer because they have individual space and there's nothing there to dull the blade, like in the wood block or in the drawer where they're kind of like knocking around and the blade is dulling while they're sitting in there. So don't store your knives in a drawer. Second option would be a wooden block, which is okay, but you want to make sure they're super dry before they go in there. Best option in my book would be something like on the wall. And if you don't have space to put a magnetic block on the wall, or for some reason you can't do that, you can get a knife cover like this. This is a Messermeister edge guard. I usually use it for taking my knives places, but this shun, which gets hidden in the drawer, just slips right in there, and that protects the edge if you do need to utilize drawer storage. All right, next up, cleaning. Here is the deal. You should not put your sharp knives in the dishwasher. Don't put them in the dishwasher. In fact, I just saw a shocking image from Ina Garten's kitchen where she put her knives in the dishwasher. My mind was absolutely blown. Now, Ina Garten probably has more access to knives than you and I ever will, so I'm gonna stick with washing them by hand and drying them right away. That's the best way that you can take care of your knives. When you're done, give them a quick wash, dry them by hand, and put them back on your knife block, okay? And then the final piece of caring for your knives is sharpening. So I got this question a few times from folks on Instagram, which is like, how often do I need to sharpen my knives? And the answer is probably more than you are currently. Ideally, you would get your knives sharpened about every 6 to 12 months. I mean, ideally, I guess you would learn how to sharpen them yourselves and take a lot of great care in doing it, but hashtag mom life. So if you don't have time to do that, you can take them to get them professionally sharpened about every 6 months to 1 year. Any more often than that, and you're going to shorten the lifespan of your knife because every time it's sharpened, they are redoing the edge by taking away material. It is super important to keep your knives sharp if you want them to perform as well as possible. So what do you do in between? This is where you want to get a honing steel. This is a nondescript branded one. I don't use mine as often as I should, but my husband's really good about using it for me. I guess that's the benefit I get for cooking all of our meals. And a honing steel basically re-straightens the edge. So it's not removing any material or making a new edge like sharpening is. Instead, it's just straightening out your edge so that it works better and sharper. And basically once your honing steel stops making your edge work better, that's how you know it's time to actually sharpen it. I'm gonna show you how to do this real fast. People more skilled than I, people who actually hone their knives, doing it like this. I don't like to do it up. So if you're a scaredy cat like me and you're not well practiced, basically what you wanna do is put a towel down, face it down like this, and then put your knife on an angle, because remember there's an angle to our blade, and we're just straightening it out. That's so satisfying sounding, huh? Okay, I know this is thrilling content, but let's move on. Now that you know how to clean, store, and sharpen your knives, I think you might be interested in this video where I talk all about how to pick the best knife for you and the only 3 kitchen knives you really need. And if you haven't yet subscribed to my channel, I suggest you do that right here so you never miss a new video that comes out every week.